What's the Black Splash aside from mana? Bloodsoaked Champion, Dire Tactics, General Kudro, Graveyard Trespasser, and then push Thoughtseize in the sideboard. So it's a decent amount of black cards. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more Pioneer on the channel. I know, a lot of Pioneer, but we are in the middle of a Pioneer RCQ season. Speaking of which, I've been playing a lot of Phoenix, just lost in the finals of one over this past weekend. I'll get there eventually. We got to keep trying, but, you know, I have been playing a lot of Phoenix. But let me know what you guys are doing in the RCQ streets. If you've top-baited any RCQs, if you've had some experience losing in the finals, etc., etc. Let me know what you guys are doing in the RCQ season down below. And with all of that, speaking of RCQs, this is a deck that you might want to consider picking up for your next RCQ, and that is Humans. But not your grandma's Humans. This is a bit different. So we're trying to experiment today, and this is actually a donation deck from Twitch user Quit Swingin', so shout out to Quit Swingin', and we are trying to splash black. Now, there are a good amount of dual lands, like as you notice in our mana base, we're not even playing the full 4 Caves of Koilos, so we have Pathway, Caves, Courtyard, and Goblet Shrine, so enough dual lands to support the Black Splash. But you might be asking yourself, what does the Black Splash give us? Well, I'll tell you. The first card that black gives you access to is Bloodsoaked Champion. It is a 1 mana for a 2/1 that can't block, and you can pay 2 mana to return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, but you can only activate if you attacked this turn. Now, you could attack with anything. You know, it doesn't have to be specifically a human. Everything in this deck's a human anyways, but there's no specific number of creatures you have to attack. You just pay 2 mana to get it back. So if you attack and they trade for it in combat, there you go. 2 mana, get it right back. And it really does help you grind through those heavy removal spell decks. You know, blue-white, blue-black, red-black, just anything that has a pile of removal, this thing has got you covered. Another black card that we gain access to, and I think probably the most important one, is Dire Tactics. So traditionally speaking, the mono-white Humans decks, they don't have the best removal spells. You have to play a bunch of Get Losts and Brutal Cathars. The issue with Get Lost is you're giving your opponent material. The issue with Brutal Cathar is if they're playing removal themselves, the Brutal Cathar can be a little sketchy. So how about if we just get to play a premium removal spell, which is 2 mana, instant, exile target creature. If you don't control a human, you lose life equal to that creature's toughness. You're probably going to have a human most of the time, which means this is just 2 mana, exile any creature. Pretty important against, there's plenty of things you want to exile. Arclight Phoenix, Vein Ripper, all these cards that have dies triggers. It's very, very good against all that stuff. So this is the probably best reason to consider splashing black. And after playing this league, I think it might actually be worth it. Now, the rest of the deck is kind of your traditional Humans fare. You have the Lords, right, with Coppercoat Vanguard and Thalia's Lieutenant. Both very good at just pumping your entire squad because you have a plethora of 1-drops. So, you want to go, 1-drop at the double 1-drop into either of these Lords. That can be very, very powerful. Get a ton of power on the battlefield. Thalia, very, very good card in this format right now. It's good against Phoenix. It's good against the control decks. It's even pretty good against Lotus Field because not only do you tax the hidden strings before they start generating mana, you're also taxing their big spells while you're at it. So very, very good card in the format. You'll notice there's even main deck Containment Priest. Now, this seems a bit crazy, but I actually kind of like the inclusion quite a bit. What's really good about this card is it has flash. So, for example, if your opponent says turn 3, maybe they cast a couple of cantrips and they're setting up to get 1 or even perhaps multiple Phoenixes back, you flash in Containment Priest. Phoenix specifically has the text of Phoenix says you must return it to the battlefield. So there's no may. You can't choose to not bring the Phoenixes back. So those Phoenixes that were going to come back, now they just go right to exile. Containment Priest also notably very powerful against Sorin plus Vein Ripper. Now, it's a little worse against Sorin because the Sorin is a may. They can choose to just not put the Vein Ripper into play and keep it in their hand. But then they just lose their Sorin because you're preventing it from going into play. You have a 2/2 to attack the Sorin. That's a pretty good exchange. Past that, we have 4 copies of Adeline. This is just pound for pound the best 3-drop human that basically exists in the entire Pioneer format. It has, massive, massive amounts of power, generates value, has vigilance. This card basically just does everything for this deck, and by far is your best 3-drop. We're kind of rounding out the 3s with a couple extras here. Again, the Black Splash gives us some options we may not have had before, so we're playing a Graveyard Trespasser, which is more graveyard hate for the Phoenix decks, and then 1 copy of General Kudro just for an additional Lord. We can only play 4 Vanguard and 4 Lieutenants, so getting an extra Lord in here is kind of nice. The 1-drops past Bloodsoak Champion, they look like they're kind of all over the place, and I'm not sure exactly what the best split should be. I tend to like Recruitment Officer more than the rest of these cards, so perhaps I could see cutting the Giant Killer, the Kythians, maybe more Officers, maybe more Initiates, but I'm kind of fine with the split for now, just trying to find out, trying out a bunch of different stuff and figuring out which is the best one. But yeah, 13 total 1-drops, which I think is a good number to pair with your Lords. And then the only other card that we haven't discussed here is the 1 copy of Get Lost, just kind of as the 5th Dire Tactics. Similar thing as the Kudro, where they only let you play 4 copies of the Lords, so you just want an extra one for more redundancy. Now, the mana base, we did kind of discuss this a little bit earlier, where you would normally shave on some of the utility lands to splash a color because, the mono white deck has Mutavaults and Castles and a ton of utility lands, but we're still playing the 4 copies of Mutavault. Now, whether or not we should be, that's maybe a different question, but we are playing 4 copies of Mutavault. It does get a little awkward with Bloodsoak Champion and Dire Tactics because Mutavault doesn't cast either of them, and especially does not let you double spell with Tactics. Like if Mutavault is one of your first 3 lands, you can't go Tactics plus 1-drop on 3, and that can be a little awkward. But, at the end of the day, I think the juice is worth the squeeze, at least for this experiment. The sideboard is another reason why I think I like the black cards. So first and foremost, black, as I'm sure you all may know at this point if you've played any amount of Pioneer, has the best interaction in the format. We get Thoughtseize and Fatal Push, just extremely efficient at what they do. There's nothing better than them at their mana cost, and these cards are even some of the best cards in Modern, just because they're, like I said, they're just, nothing matches them in terms of mana efficiency and the cards that they hit. Like, they just basically hit everything. So, very, very good at that. The other important part about splashing black is I think you sort of get to fix your Amalia matchup with Knight of Dusk's Shadow, which is a human, by the way. It's a 2-mana 2/2 menace. Your opponents can't gain life, and then it has an ability to pump it, but I'm guessing the pump ability probably doesn't come up that often. But that's kind of what I kind of gather from the data. It seems like humans has been mostly pushed out by Amalia, and maybe this fixes the matchup, but, we'll have to see how that plays out. And then the rest of the sideboard is 1 additional copy of Graveyard Trespasser for the graveyard decks. And wait a minute, that's not a human. 2 copies of Aven Interrupter, which is not a human. I know, maybe this could be Invasion of Gobakhan, but it is very, very good against people who are casting expensive Wraths, Supreme Verdict, Sunfall, etc., etc. So good against the control decks. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the main deck. Again, relatively straightforward stuff. Just wanted to discuss the black splash and weigh the pros and cons a little bit. But the best way to weigh the pros and cons is to watch the games yourself. So without further ado, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Every single time that I play a deck that I think might have a reasonable Phoenix matchup, this is my experience. I sit down, or sit in my chair, because I'm mostly playing on Magic Online, and I boot up a match, and I have a reasonable opening hand, and they just go I don't know, kill your creature, spell pierce your card, kill your creature, play 2 cantrips, and then I have no cards, and they resolve Ancestral Recall. It's just the same experience every single time. And I have to ask myself the question of, why am I not doing that, And I don't know how to answer that question. And for those reasons, I've chosen to become a Phoenix gamer. Yeah, and then post-board games, you mulligan to your sideboard cards. You have your turn 2 Unlicensors, and they just go turn 2 Pyromancer, turn 4 Crackling Drake. Nice sideboard card. That is what's so good about Phoenix to me, is the fact that you... I said this the other day in a group chat that I was in, and it sounded crazy, but I think it's right. Phoenix feels like a better Game 2 deck than a Game 1 deck to me, because the way that you can customize your sideboard to be adaptive to so many different sideboard cards, I know that sounds weird to say, but yeah, the only downside to playing Phoenix is you can't ever beat Lotus Field, but there's not a ton of Lotus Field at my RCQs, so I'm not super concerned with it. All right, we are attacking. Their clock is ticking? Yeah, but Moto does some weird stuff sometimes. All right, back to me. Thalia costs 2 more. I guess I will... kind of want to save the Lieutenant. I'm going to play Containment Priest, but I'm going to main phase it, so they can't counter it. Bind 2... okay, that should be good. Okay, should work now. Yeah, I'm confused as to why they didn't attack the invasion last turn. So my opponent is representing a counter spell of sorts. So perhaps I should just... no, it's still probably fine to do this. Maybe I should attack first, because they're 100% to have a counter spell here. It's up Tone Generator. Oh, they didn't cast a counter spell. Okay, never mind. As a matter of fact, my opponent did not cast a counterspell. Good thing I cast that pre-combat. I guess it didn't matter, because they just had the removal spell anyways. But I'm having fun. I'm having a good time, hanging out with chat. Thursday really is the best day of the week. It was Rakdos Vampires with Veto. The Vetoes were not great, we'll just say that. I think I'm going to play Lieutenant first, because if they... well... I guess if they Spell Queller this, I don't really want to... Dire Tactics. Can I erase them? Like for 6, they go to 9. Could have Emperor. I could have mapped onto the Containment Priest pre-combat to try and get another counter on Hopeful Initiate. Could have been okay. What's the premise of this deck? Get your opponent from 0 to... or 20 to 0 as fast as possible. Well, not now, because this thing costs 3 mana. Kind of just want a Dire Tactics now. I know it's weird to not play a creature this turn, but it's a more efficient use of my mana. I don't want them drawing cards, and I don't want them having Rattle Chains, which is why I wanted to do it while they're tapped out. Okay. It's a little scary. Okay, -4. Actually, weirdly, wouldn't mind drawing a land, so I can double spell. So we cast Thalia for 4. Counter here, land this, counter here, slam. I don't think we're going to die next turn. Slam for 6, which is half their life total. They have to decide... I mean, they don't have to block this turn, but they do have to block next turn. 4/4 Wanderer? What do you mean? Oh, this thing just being a 4/4? Not a huge deal. Actually, it kind of is, because I have 2 3/3s in play. I guess that does block pretty well. But I think if they're in a position where they're not attacking, I like that, because I have the Officer and the maps to use mana on. It's close, though. I am not worried at all about this pesky little ghost. I am not afraid of ghosts, and you shouldn't be either. 4 mana for a Cryptic Code. Oh. Right. 4 mana, I put an artifact into play that has no text. Nice. It's okay, they just wanted to exile the top card of their library. They wanted to clear the top card. It's fine. Oh, that's lethal. It is extremely cryptic. Alright, it's not lethal, it just trades for that. Okay. Well, it could be lethal if I have a spell on top. It's not a spell. Surprise Priest, by the way. I mean, there's no reason to attack, right? Because they just get to go eat this, go to 1. Yeah, we just wait. I mean, they have no cards, so it's not like they... even if they draw a creature, I think we're still fine. Just wait. So I should have... man, I missed the opportunity to type in chat Surprise Priest. How did I miss that? They can pick up the code. I mean, they can, but... what are they going to do? Cast it again? Doesn't do anything. All right, Spirits. Push me? I would like you to push me, please. Priest was good that game, but I think it is the card that we're going to cut here. Trespasser can probably go, and Giant Killer can probably go. Makes sense to me, right? I think I like Thalia against them, especially if they show Cryptic Code. I think that means they're playing the more spell-focused version, which has Wedding Announcement, Wandering Emperor, Cryptic Code, Get Lost. They have a lot more non-creature spells than traditional Spirits decks do. Yeah, Thalia's good. Do you like Thoughtseize against them? I guess it's not bad if they have a lot of flash stuff, a lot of non-creature spells. Thoughtseize could be okay. I'm gonna keep my hand. This Mutavault's kind of awkward, though. Oh, yeah, the lands deck is going to be sick. I'm kind of hyped for lands. We go champ first, I think. Would love to draw a colored source here. Love to draw a colored source of mana, so I can play 2 spells in the same turn. Give me a Plains first. Give me a Plains. Would you classify this as Hate Bears or a White Weenie deck? I would classify this as Weenie Bears. Or perhaps Weenie Hate maybe is more applicable.
Bruh.
How about instead of a colored source, I draw a black-white card that I cannot cast? It's like kind of the same thing, right? Wiener hater. We're definitely not wiener haters on this channel. I am a fan of the wieners.
Bruh.
Is that the new sub sound? One of the quotes of all time, huh? Has that been called? Has that been declared? God, how this deck's mana base is just flawless. Absolutely astonishing. I cannot explain to you how good the mana is in this deck. It's crazy. It's the best mana base that I've ever played in my entire life. Yeah, I believe they do Nausea. Like, I think, for example, if you go into the shop right now, if you go into the store and under the set redemption tab, it should say what redemptions are currently available. I think DMU might be one that's not currently available. All right, we go to game 3. We go to game 3. It's fine. Run the play. Oh god, I've been clipped. Noted. Yep, that is something that I have said. That is a statement that I have made. You got me. You got me good. I think it costs... Don't quote me on this, but I think it's $40 to do a set redemption, right? It's either 30 or 40, I can't remember. Opponent has played a 1-3 against my pile of 2-1s, but I have drawn a Fatal Push, so we're fine. Everything is fine. Imagine if they played Temporary Lockdown next turn in their Mausoleum Wanderer Supreme Phantom deck. There's no way, right? It's just not possible. I would consider selling my soul to not have to play against Amalia. I would think about it. Alright, I attack. I mean, I probably will have to play around Settle next turn. Hopefully I draw Thalia, so I don't have to worry about it. Thalia would be nice, and then I can just ignore Settle. Alright, I declare attacks with all of my minions. Minions into the red... How am I 7 minutes up on my Spirit's opponent, by the way? How is that possible? Which one of these fuckers am I killing? Big chains. What's more important, main deck for humans, Thalia or Priest? Thalia for sure. Priest is more of a metagame call. Like, it is good against vampires, it is good against Amalia, but it's not a card that you necessarily have to play, but it is a good metagame call. Easy. Easy dubs. No, vampires went 0-4 because I decided to not play the last round. So technically it did not go 0-5. Iaganta. Actually, this is not mono white. Mono. This is kind of a bad matchup. You're not gonna get me for the 5th one though. Four is my max. All right, you can get 4 out of me, but 5 is never gonna happen. They have a light up the stage. The Runner of Lava. So Thalia Preach, I guess. I think we play defense with the Githian too. And or maybe not even block with Githian because I want to try and flip it. I don't even know if flipping it's that good though. Okay, no blocks. Without looking it up, what does a flip Gideon do? I don't remember the exact numbers on loyalty, but it gives something indestructible, forces their creature to attack, and makes itself into a 4/4 indestructible. I believe it's +1, +2, -2, I think? Something like that. Was that right? +2. Oh, it's 0 to make it a 4/4. Okay. Based. I do have a 1 mana Ganja. That's kind of hot. 2 cards in hand. What if I just go Thalia's Lieutenant pass? Well, yeah, I'm going to play a land, sure. I got that part. But I want to hold up this Ganja. Could be a little dicey if they go End-Step Shock. But I think if they had Shock, they would have done it before damage. So I don't think they have Shock. Could be awkward if they Shock before combat. Like they go Shock Thalia, then attack. That's fine. They really have nothing. I mean, to be fair, we also kind of have nothing. Okay. Can I attack? I would like to flip Gideon. So if I send everything, what do? They put 2/3 here, 2/2 here. Yeah, that's bad. I'm gonna pass because I think they're likely to cast Giganta this turn, and I could just go end step, get lost, untap, and then have a. I can have a better way to do it. Yeah, I think we're fine. Yeah, they can't have a spell because they would have attacked last turn if they had a spell, right? So they 100% don't have a spell. We can assume that. It's pretty good. I guess we do this, right? And now we can go... What if I just sent everything? They're 20? I have no good blocks, right? Okay, they're off it. Like, yeah, pretty sure I can just send everything and it's fine. Okay. Alright, up a game against Mono Red. Bush me? Trespass are kind of expensive against them. Although it is some life gain. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should want the other one. 3 cuts, huh? We can maybe trim on Champion, because not blocking is kind of weird. I don't know if I want to cut all of them. Could shave... I could also just cut the Kudro. So, it sounds weird to cut Kudro, but the theory is, if they're killing a lot of my stuff, then... no, that's bad logic, because this card does help win combat a lot of the time. I'll just do this. I'm worried if it's maybe too many 3-drops. Remember those 1-drops that we cut? Pepperidge Farm remembers. It does have turn 2 Thalia. Is that good enough? I think no. This one's much better. Like Adeline. Especially on the draw. Adeline's much worse than the draw. Could cut the Giant Killer, yeah. That's a reasonable cut too. Because the spell half of that card is almost never happening against them. You love the artwork. This Plains, but I don't know if this is the Plains you have in real life, but what is this from, by the way? I've only been able to ever find this Plains on Moto, and I cannot figure out what it's from. I have no idea. But it's so good. I've never seen it in paper. It's probably some, like, old school arena promo or something. It's a good draw step. Isn't it from Masks? I don't think it is. Masks or Judgment? No, it's a promo. It's 100% not from Masks. I know that for a fact. I know it's a promo. I just don't know what promo it is. Like, where it's from, you know. Re-2? This is fine. I don't want to trade this for one of their creatures. Arena League 03. This is ambitious. Okay, first strike damage. 1 sec. Ambitious. Not sure about that one, Chief. Feel like that might not be what you were supposed to do. Alright, we've located the Plains. Arena League 2003. These are... How much are they? They're like $12. Yeah, dude, it looks... You know what's really nice about these? I love this logo, by the way. This DCI logo. It's so good. This reminds me of about different times, you know? Reminds me of the old days. Okay. Thalia down. Thalia has been defeated. Do I let them trade for a Vanguard? Probably not, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna let them trade. I'm pretty sure that's a bad trade for me, because if I just draw a Lieutenant, then we can prevent that from happening. And, like, the ward makes it really awkward for them, where they're choked on mana, you know what I mean? I could just keep these in play for a little bit. Should play my land first in case I hit a 1-mana white creature, so I don't have to take a damage to cast it. I just feel like I have the option to play a little bit slow. It's like it's one of these spots where I think I'm far enough ahead that I don't have to make these bad trades. Does that make sense? Because I don't think that's a good trade for me. And it's like, what are they going to do, you know? I'm at 18, they have one creature in play, I'm ahead on board, I'm ahead on life, I'm ahead on mana. Like, I'll eventually get around to killing them, but I don't have to do it now. Has the Black Splash felt good? It's felt pretty good so far. Alright, Vanguard down. Vanguard down. Guess now it looks a little sketchy, huh? I kind of like the extra removal in the form of Dire Tactics. That might be my favorite Black Splash. Could activate Officer and try to find Lieutenant, but even if I do, it doesn't really give me a better attack. Because I'm still not going to offer this trade, you know. Maybe I should be offering this trade, but I'm not going to. So they go to 7. Play Mutavault. Go. We're still in a fine spot, you know. We're still pretty far ahead. Yeah, Emma's right. The arena lands are just too good. There's so many good old school arena lands. Okay, no attacks. It's pretty good. Let's activate this first. A bit awkward, because I'm going to take the Vanguard but not cast it pre-combat. Okay, attack here. Triggers. Do the thing. I'm just going to hold the Dire Tactics. Wizard's Lightning. Killing the Initiate. Sure. Okay, that's fine. So, I guess if they double block the Adeline, I go kill Swift Spear, then they Monstrous Rage this, the trade. But, I'm still pretty far ahead if that's what they do. I mean, this is a chump block. Now I can just wait for them to cast the Rage. I was pretty certain they had Rage, which is why I did this. Okay, that dies. They have 1 card left. We'll be fine. Does Dire check for a human on resolution or cast in regards to Vaneripper's Ward? Exile target creature. If you don't control a human, you lose life equal to that creature's toughness. I believe it checks on resolution. I'm 90% sure it checks on resolution. All right, 2-0. Let's go. I am employing a specific tactic. I actually kind of want to keep this hand because we have 1-drop into Thalion to play. But it's a little suspicious for reasons, you know. Alright, can't stop me. I'm going to keep this. I guess this hand is pretty bad if the tactics, like if they're playing a deck where tactics is not good against. But I mean, isn't it really hard to just mulligan 1-drop Thalion to play? I don't know. I can't do it. I haven't missed Brave. I haven't missed Brave that much. Brave is also, I mean, I guess I was going to say Brave is awkward with Dire Tactics, but at the same time, you're also, or Brave is awkward with Thalia, but Dire Tactics also awkward with Thalia. Well, we're dead, so that's nice. Nice lands. I mean, this hand needed to draw a 3rd land. I did say that when I kept the hand, you know. I said the hand needed to draw a 3rd land, and we have not drawn a 3rd land yet. Can't cast Tactics. I know that. I was aware that I couldn't cast Tactics when I kept the hand. I still kept it, though. Okay. Give me a colored land, please. Not quite. Surely they won't kill me, right? Surely they don't have a way to gain a single point of life. That would never happen. It would never do that. Greedy lol. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. Don't worry. I know it was greedy. To be fair, in my defense, if we drew a 3rd land, we would have won this game very easily. Just going to throw that out there. Now, obviously, we didn't, but we got a cord. Vinny, thank you for the 31-month resub. Thank you very much for the resub, buddy. Appreciate that. No, you're the goat. Wait, why are they not killing me? Oh, because they had to pay... Right, okay. Wait, no, they just fucked up, right? They could have killed me. I mean, I'm dead anyways, doesn't matter, but... Alright, Didge. Alright, push and knight. What are we cutting against Amalia? This might be a Thalia out matchup. Just swap Thalia for Dusk Shadow. It does tax a couple of things in their deck, but like I don't want to cut the Lords, right? Probably an out Bloodsuck matchup. That kind of makes sense to me. Swap Kudra for Trespasser. Yeah, I like that. I think Trespasser is a little bit better because you can mess up their Return of the Rank stuff. I mean, I don't have sideboard cards, but I think I still have to keep this hand. This is another plus side, another plus to the black splash, is you get the sideboard Knight of Dusk Shadow for this matchup. I don't think Indestructible matters that much. Just gonna play my creature that has more power. Cenote. Reveal Temple Garden. I'm gonna go Lieutenant into I'm gonna go Lieutenant into Adeline, because it just lets me actually attack with the Lieutenant next turn. More pressure. We're going to need to find one of them their sideboard cards, though. Any sideboard cards? Any sideboard cards? Giant Killer we trust. I guess Giant Killer does technically break up the combo, right? But I'm not convinced that I can... I was going to say I'm not convinced I can afford to hold up Giant Killer, but I probably can afford to hold up Fatal Push. So why don't we go... Cast Giant Killer, counter here, and I think I am actually okay if they want to trade Lieutenant for both of these. Because that gets the Innkeeper off the table, and it makes it less likely they can combo me next turn. Swish, thank you for the raid. It's kind of weird. I love when the people's first message in chat is just, here's somebody else's Twitch channel. Like, do they just not understand etiquette? All right, you can go. It is very, very weird. All right, so they gain 2 life. 3 life, rather, actually. Yeah, that's fine. I guess the question is, do we want to use the Fatal Push end step for mana considerations? I don't think we have to, right? Because I can just go Shock Adeline hold up push. So, like, what's the difference? You know? And I'm pretty sure I would much rather push Amalia than Walker. Let's go here. Counter there. Go send. Trigger here. Counter there. And then I guess we just have to hope that this push is good enough. Might not be. Do I prefer those alternated cards for your IRL cards? If I can find them, yeah. Like if I own a couple of alternate art cards. I don't have a ton in my collection. I have been thinking about buying these pushes though. They're like about $15, but they do look really nice, which is a reason I would consider buying them. All right, do they have Cord plus Safekeeping? Well, I am dead if they have Safekeeping. There is not a single thing I can do about that. All right. So they're dead, right? They just have another Amalia? Oh, okay. They can actually gain enough life here, can't they? No, because we can tap the Innkeeper. You have enough, right? Oh, that's pretty good. I'm going to count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is enough. Okay, so black here, this. You can go Knight and tap. Oh, it's only 2 mana? I thought it was 3 mana. Alright, game 3. We didn't need the Knight to kill them, but it is nice to be Druid. Why show Knight? Look, I'm playing a black deck. Knight is a human, and they can probably assume that I have it anyways. You know what I mean? Also, if they have Fatal Pushes, they're going to board them in anyways, because I'm playing a deck that, you know, makes creatures that die to Fatal Push. Like, it doesn't matter, you know? This is a weird hand. This is Fatal Push your first creature, play Containment Priest. This hand has little to no pressure, but it does have Containment Priest and 2 removal spells. Yeah, that's a good point. If this hand draws Adeline, it's pretty good. I'm on the draw. I kind of want to keep it. It's close. It's very close. A very, very close hand. If the 4th land was any spell in my deck, I'd be much happier about keeping this hand. 4 lands is kind of a lot. It's a nice mid-range curve. Yeah, we've sideboarded into Orzhov mid-range. This is my new strategy. The lack of pressure sucks. I got a 2-mana 2/2, alright? We just shotgun all the removal. Kind of want to. I have so much removal that I'm just going to use it. Also, this is going to sound weird. Oh, we drew the Adeline, by the way. I think I'm supposed to main phase Containment Priest, because if they just play land go, and I end step Priest, they can just respawn in Coco. So I think I do have to main phase this. It looks weird, and it is weird, but I think it's correct. It's really bad if they have push, obviously. Okay, we can Dire Tactics that. I think I'm going to Dire Tactics that instead of casting Adeline. Because then I can still double spell next turn with Adeline push. I like this. I do want to kill the Sentinel. I don't really want to give them more Explorers. Yeah, I can also hold up push this way. This seems fine. And then next turn we can still go Adeline, hold up push. Okay. Okay. I think they're going to use the map token, right? They should map onto the Walker. They definitely were supposed to map onto the Walker there. Because they know I'd much rather kill the Amalia, right? Two cards in hand. I mean, the nice thing about Containment Priest is we have all Cocos and Return to the Ranks covered. So that is pretty good. But I feel like we're going to have to draw one more good removal spell here. Like one more sideboard card. That's a little dicey. Ooh. Okay. I think that's good for me. Like, we can kind of play the mid-range game with them. Well, not if we draw only lands, of course, but... attacking might have been fine there. Because I can give this Indestructible. No, because they just trade Skyclave for Sea Priest, right? And that's bad. I mean, they probably just don't care about the Containment Priest. They clearly don't have any things that make it matter. We can flip Kythian next turn. That's good. Well, can we, though? Because flipping Kythian involves trading Containment Priest. And that's kind of bad. I don't know if I can afford to do that. Kind of helps. Can I afford to trade Containment Priest? I don't think I can. So I'm actually just going to go Vanguard, attack with Kythian. Because I can give it Indestructible if they block. But I don't want to trade the Priest off yet. I have a feeling that their last card in hand is something that Priest stops. Can wait a turn to flip it. Yeah, I can attack with the Vanguard next turn if I want to. I'm just going to keep playing on my lands. I have like a lot of things to use my mana on between Mutavault Kythian that I think playing my lands is good. Your teammate at the NRG made humans look so good. Yeah, I know, right? Dude, they cleaned up. Ty cleaned up. Did they even lose a match the whole tournament? Did we get to see the Vampires deck? You got to see 4 matches of me getting destroyed with Vampires, if you consider that seeing the Vampires deck. Sacrifice another creature. Dina gets +X/+0, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. Do I trade Vanguard for Walker? Wait, I can just trade Mutavault for Dina, right? Isn't that good? This doesn't get pump toughness, it only gets pump power. I think I'm trading Mutavault for Dina. I don't know. God, this is really difficult. This is extremely difficult. I want to kill both. I could, but I would have to lose... No, I can't kill both, because then they trade for the Priest and I can't win. Chat, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What do they surveil, by the way? They binned a Fatal Push? They binned a Fatal Push. Well, that means their last card's a brick then, right? If they binned a Fatal Push? Because, like, I thought they had... I could have sworn that their hand was, like, either a Chord or a Coco or a Return the whole time. But if they're binning a Fatal Push, they clearly don't have that. Because they would just keep the push and then cast their card, right? I think I'm just going to take my initial line. I like this line. Just 2-for-1 them with this. I mean, they just sack this and get it back, but whatever. Still clears some of their stuff, you know? Actually, it's pretty important, because now if they draw Amalia, I'm not dead, right? Not just dead, just straight up dead. So now do we flip Kythian? If I flip Kythian, they just trade here and here, which leaves them with these two. It's like not that bad, right? They have those two. I have a Gideon. Play Hopeful Initiate. I could wait one more turn and then send the Hopeful Initiate, the Kythian, and the Vanguard to flip the Kythian and keep the Priest in play. I think I wait. I think I'm gonna wait one more turn. I don't know why, but I feel like this Containment Priest is keeping me in this game. I think we're at parity as long as we have the Priest in play. Yeah, I kind of agree. It's like, even if the Priest is not stopping something in their hand, it's making a lot of their top decks significantly worse, you know? I don't think it was on camera, but in the semis, you got Thoughtseize turn 1, so the Subtlety was face up the whole game. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think when we came into that game, oh, that was when you revealed the Subtlety? Yeah, okay, I gotcha. It was a nice power move, to be fair. That's a good top deck. Happy World Laughter Day, Doomwake. Laugh now. I'll laugh for 5 gifted subs. How's that? There's a price. So now we do this, right? Yeah, easy this. Easy this. We need what up? Yeah. Oh, right. This thing's a 2/4. Okay, maybe this was bad. I forgot this thing was a 2/4. It's still probably fine, right? Laugh accomplished. Nah. It's a fake laugh. I go to 4. Flip this. No, stop laughing. Indestructible. Indestructible. Okay. So many random shitters we have to clear through. Why not Sea Priest, though? Oh, for the Indestructible? Yeah, I guess that was maybe better. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because they're only attacking with the flyer anyways. But yeah, it might have been a little bit better. I refuse to laugh until subs. Then I will laugh. Until then, I will just be not laughing. Been drawing pretty well, huh? I kind of think their last card is just a brick that they've been holding on to for a little bit. Yeah, I don't miss Brave. Plays it plays in a situation where Brave would be insane. 0 just attack with Hopeful Gideon to make this a 5/4, and then I have 2 lethal attackers that they have to Abyss. I think I like that. Make them attack with Skyclave. That wouldn't be the worst either. It's a really difficult game. Like, I'm in a good spot, but it's tentative, right? There's definitely things that can go wrong, but we are double abyssing them. I guess single abyss if they gain a life off this. Next turn, they're going to be put in the blender, though, because we can just send everything next turn. We can make the same attack, or make the same play where we 0 this. Yeah, I'm fairly convinced. Oh, wait, did they just take lethal? What am I missing? Were they not at 5? Oh, the Gideon prevents damage. Oh. I knew that. Thank you very much for responding. I actually knew that the whole time. What a great mana base, by the way. I have to tell you, the mana in this deck is immaculate. Just absolutely flawless. That being said, I am going to keep. What's the Black Splash aside from bad mana? Bloodsoaked Champion, Dire Tactics, General Kudro, Graveyard Trespasser, and then push Thoughtseize in the sideboard. So it's a decent amount of black cards. Convoke. Non-token, huh? That's an unfortunate lineup. I really don't want to attack. I think I'm just going to hold up Containment Priest. Yeah, I think the theory is that Trespasser is a human that's good in the mid-range matchups, because if they want to kill it, they have to 2-for-1 themselves, and it's some graveyard hate against Phoenix. So it, like, kind of makes sense. It is a human. Okay, that helps. I think we just go vroom vroom, right? Any vroom vroomers? Vroom vroom. I attack. Did this deck do good somewhere? It has been putting up results recently. Maybe not the black-white version, but the more traditional mono-white version has been putting up a lot of results lately. Is Mutavault the vehicle? If you want it to be, it is. That's cringe. I am in danger. I am in danger. Danger, danger, danger. Surely their last card is not exactly Imodane's Recruiter, right? That would never happen. Wait, can I undo? Whoops. I meant to play Double Vanguard. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thing. Doesn't really change all that much. Okay, I guess the question I have to ask myself is, if I leave X amount of blockers back, can I survive a Recruiter? Let's assume that I have 4 blockers back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 blockers back would be 16. No, I can't play around Recruiter. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I mean, that trade's, like, not that bad for me, right? I feel like if they're trading, that means their last card is not Recruiter. Because if they had Recruiter, they would just take it and kill me, right? They would just take 12. Yeah, you just can't play around anything in this matchup. You just have to, at all times, you have to assume their hand is 3 unplayable cards. They're chump blocking. That's got to be good for me, right? Kind of surprised they would chump there, honestly. Okay, that's a good sign. Well, that means their hand sucks, if they're doing that. We can actually maybe still win this game. A big maybe, but maybe. When will I go back to Italy? I've never actually been to Italy. I would love to go to Italy, though. No attacks. I mean, we just jam, right? What else am I going to do with my life, right? You've seen me there? I don't believe you. Nice pathways. Thanks. I'm not doing math. I'm just attacking. I refuse to do math. This is not a math channel. I'm just going to right-click attack with all my minions. Strongest Convoke player. They're learning. We have a double block situation. It's going to trade their whole board? What? What? They realize they can't win the game if they do this, right? Maybe they're at a point where they can't win regardless. I mean, I guess it depends on what their leftovers are, right? Trade, 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 trade. I mean, if their hand is good, they can maybe, like, if they have a good follow-up, sure, but they clearly showed weakness last turn, because their turn was pop, clue, play, land, pass, you know? So, like, it's not like they have good cards in their hand. Are they casting train troops this turn? It's pretty good. Just Adeline pass. Actually, the Mutavault attack is kind of good, right? Yeah, the Mutavault attack is good because they have to yeah, okay. They have to double block it to trade for it, and I get a 2/1. I'm not going to attack with Vanguard though. I think the Vanguard's a bad attack, but now they have to, if they want to trade for the Mutavault, they have to lose 2 tokens. Yeah, and the fact that I have a 2/1 is huge because the 2/1 trades for anything on their board. Yeah, this Vanguard is going to be hanging back for a couple turns. Vanguard will not be getting frisky today. Not yet, at least. Eventually, once we get to a certain point in the game, then the Vanguard can get a little something. All right, easy dubs. Easy dubs. Question is, do we have playable sideboard cards? Well, I'll tell you, this one is not playable. Probably have to bring in Fatal Push, just to try and keep stuff off the battlefield. Wait, I lost my D? No, where'd your D go? You can fix that. I'm gonna try this. If you 5-0 best deck in Pioneer, you would never ever catch me saying that mono white is the best deck in Pioneer. But maybe Orzhov. Epicure. Go push into Vanguard into Lieutenant Bodyguard. Yeah, I'm gonna push this turn. Apparently, I have kids from Italy. I was not aware of this, but I am being told by the folks of Twitch chat that I have children in Italy. I did not know this. I had no idea. Resolute reinforcements. If you would like to help support me, go find my son that I have never been able to find before. You too can contribute towards that goal with a free Amazon Prime sub. Fleck, thank you for the 5 months. All right, I believe we need to kill instantaneously. Weirdly enough, I think I'm holding back. Because my 2/2s brick their 1/1s. This is kind of a spot where I don't want to trade 2 damage for 2 damage. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that is my take on the situation. That could be bad, though. Okay, well, this is unfortunate. That helps. Definitely does help. Shit. So we go here, here, here. Hold back the 3/3 because it checks their 2/2s, and I don't want to trade Githian. Does that make sense? Again, I think I have to assume they have nothing. I guess I could attack with Vanguard, put them to 13, and then if they recruiter me, take 15, go to 2. And then on the crackback, I would have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would be 1 damage short, but the bodyguard would give me the 1 damage. So perhaps I could have attacked with the Vanguard to incentivize them to just shove. But, I mean, they can do the math. You know, if they see that there's 12 in play, they're not going to attack with everything, even if they do recruiter, you know? Novice. All right, surely they're not going to attack with everything, right?
Bruh.
I mean, am I missing something? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I go to 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait, I didn't block. Or I didn't attack last turn. So I actually can't kill them now. If I draw a Lieutenant, I can kill them, right? Or a Vanguard. Remember that turn that I didn't attack for 2 damage? I remember. All right, I'll go to 2. I would like to draw a Thalia's Lieutenant, please. All right, math time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What is this block? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What is this block? I blocked the creature I blocked the only creature that I could block that actually ate their creature to give me a top deck Defined Lieutenant. You'd have had to chump if you attacked. So, okay. Had I attacked with both, they'd be at 13. Oh, I would have had to trade this for here, and then I would only have 10 because I would have had to trade this off. So, yeah, I guess I wouldn't have died. Or I still would have died, right? I mean, I have enough blockers to survive, but I don't know what my out is, right? I think I should make this indestructible, or choose this with the bodyguard. Yeah, I mean, I cannot die, but I don't know what my out is. Do I have outs? All right, dead. Game 3. It's been the play for this game. I mean, unfortunate. This one could do it. I mean, this hand's good. I think I'm supposed to put back the Kudro. Ding, ding, ding. I feel the itch to put Pest Control in every Orzhov sideboard. Not going to put it in this one. Cashed out your Pillage the Bog investment. Absolute W. All right, song request from CN for Presidente in the queue, if I can find it. All right, keep this. Put back Kudro. We're cooking. They mulled. That's good. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. They did not go to 5. Ganjo. Also, I cannot lose this match because I've acquired the best snack, which is confirmed to give you 100% more energy and will to win the game, which is the banana. All right, Doc. This curve is nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Bruh.
Alright, we died. Well, we had a good run. You know, well, Brita Banana. This is the Gross Michelle. Look, I tried, alright? I did the best I could. Turns out my best was not good enough, but I have done all that I could. What do you think of Highway Robbery as a card? I feel like people have tried it in Phoenix, but I don't know. It's like probably okay as a 1 or a 2 of. What a vibe change, huh? Come on, it took you this long to go 1-drop Convoke Creature? The hell?
Bruh.
Come on, man. What are you doing over there? What is going on? How did this turn take this long? What are we doing over here? I don't know why that turn took so long. I cast my Adeline. It's your turn. I think I might be dead. No, it's fine. I'll be okay. I'm not worried about it. I am not worried about it, and you should not be either. Oh, maybe it's Nassif's God account? Could be, yeah. I mean, it's not even close to good enough, you know? But yes, it's the only good card in my deck. Maybe it was the banana. I shouldn't hate the banana. Probably could have won this game if I didn't. I mean, if I had Brave the Elements in my deck, I'd have a chance, but because we're playing the Black Splash, we don't have Brave. Alright, I give up. I yield. I think I've covered all the important topics. It's an official disclaimer that, you know, Twitch makes me read every time before I start a channel point prediction. Alright, bodyguard me. Okay. Dagoth Wave song request. A little Dagoth Wave. The song is nice. I can't deny the song is nice. Ayo? Alright, well, we have died. Maybe we haven't. Hold up. Hold up. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let me cook. Get it right, guys. Griff's Boon. Oh, I'm so booning right now. I am so booning. I'm booning. I'm booning and I'm gooning and I'm schooning. I'm booning, alright. I attack. Surprise Pinchy Crab, much better. Dude, I'll never get over What Up, you know? I hope What Up's doing okay today. I really hope they are. Never heard of Dagoth Wave before? Did you know that I'm a god? Man, I think the believers were in shambles when they saw my opponent cast a hexproof creature. But my draw has been pretty good this game, so... Okay, that's a little scary. But we can Dire Tactics that. Although, depending on what they... Like, if they have a 1-mana aura, they can get something on this turn. What do they do? Sixth Sense? Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. What about the Seventh Sense? Cartouche. 3/3 first strike coming in. 3/3 first strike acquired. Alright, thank you for the song request. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Alright, I would like you to kindly leave. You may kindly leave, please. I attack. I will attack with my minions. Do I know when I'll be streaming the Green-Black Free Strider deck you posted on Twitter? I did on Monday. Not that exact version, but we played a couple different versions of Free Strider in Standard on Monday. So check the VODs on that. It's felt pretty good in testing so far. Vigilance. Vigilance is broken. How do you expect me to beat Vigilance? You play offense and defense? What? Why do I have a God account? It's part of the Magic Online Creator, Content Creator Program, I think is what it's called. It's the technical term. Reinstalled Moto and the client's been laggy. If you've already reinstalled it, I really don't know. It shouldn't be if you reinstall it. Alright, what do we want against Boggles, and why is it Thoughtseize? Priest not very good. Trespasser not very good. Really? I didn't know that. Is turn 2 Thalia on the draw good enough with no black mana? It's close. I think I'm going to ship it. I mean, Thalia is like my best card against them. Oh, nice. Nice pathway. I guess we can pathway on black and cast 2 spells? Alright, this is a bit risky, but I'm going to keep this. I'm not going to 5. I refuse to go to 5. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. I guess we have to Thoughtseize now. Just kind of what I wanted to do anyways. Well, what if they just never draw an aura? What if their deck containing 24 auras never draws an aura? You ever think of that? It's possible. They're not casting SRAM. That means they probably drew an aura, which is not a good sign for me. I don't like that. Nice mana base. Thank you! Oh, I was going to get the Scouter's comment. Mr. Streamer, I don't know if you can't read or something, but your human's deck contains a creature that is not, in fact, human. Since even Interrupter is a bird and rogue, but not human, you are losing on many synergies, and I believe deck would be better if your human's deck played ... humans. Smile. Thank you for your input. Wait, what'd they do? What? Oppressive raise. I'm being very oppressed right now. I'm being very, very oppressed. I am so oppressed. My face when I am oppressed. No blocks. I'm still oppressed, by the way. It's a card. It's one of the cards. Was there an actual oppressed people FTK? Like, could you actually FTK with that card, or was it like some broken combo deck that just randomly like special summoned an oppressed people to troll people? Yeah, okay. Because you can do that with a bunch of different setups. I've seen people like FTK with Jerry Beansman, just because Jerry Beansman could be a ham sandwich, but they choose to play Jerry Beansman because it's funny kick W, you know? No! Stop with the SRAMming. Stop SRAMming me. I would like to not be SRAMmed. She's SRAMming my doom until I'm awake. Nah, that was awful. Yes, we do this. I attack. Are we trading? Are we trading? We are not trading. Alright, what 2 auras are they going to cast this turn? Maybe they won't cast 2 auras. Be pretty unreal if I won this game. I implore you to please stop these jokes. Why would I do that, though? When I make the joke, my viewer count goes up. And then usually when I make the joke, somebody prime subs. Usually. Imagine playing Boggles versus Waste Not. Yeah, the deck that has 20 Edicts. Yeah, miss me with that. Everybody's just looking at Fletcher's Johnson. Do you think that I've ruined Fletcher's life? Vigilance? That's not fair. So they have 2 blockers. They're dead to an untapped land that is not a shock land. Right? It's close, but not quite. It's 1 short. God, we were so close. This thing is 3 to attack, right? So close. So close. Yeah, any untapped land would have done it. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. Alright. Game 3. Game 3. We're on the play. I mean, Fatal Push doesn't kill a lot, but it is probably a bit better than Dire Tactics just for mana considerations. Like, it's the same card, right? And I just want to be more mana efficient. Don't they have lifelink auras? They have a couple, yeah, I think. This looks good. Oh, you're saying you want Knight of Dusk Shadow? How many lifelink auras do they even have? They haven't shown it yet. Yeah, push is good against the non-hexproof creatures. Good against SRAM, good against Lightpaws. I don't know if it's enough to bring in Dusk Shadow, though. Because, like, I'd have to cut a 1-drop for it. Can maybe kill a big Lightpaws, but that does seem kind of narrow. Could play 1 Knight. That's like a Miser. Or, like, maybe 1 Dire Tactics. Try that. Alright, play first. Excellent hand. This hand is dope. I'm gonna Thoughtseize because they frequently will keep a hand that's like, you know, a Boggle and a bunch of stuff. So sometimes if you just take their Boggle, their hand doesn't function. Especially backed up by Thalia, you know. Like, this curve is just gross. Dromoka's Command. I mean, I don't have the Fatal Push in hand. Lightpaws is scarier, but I can't kill this. This is really tough. If I knew there was a Fatal Push on top of my deck, I would just take the Archer, not close. Maybe I could just have enough power in play to where I can race the Archer. Just, like, let them have it and race it. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Especially if we get to curve Thalia into Adeline. Like, if we draw a land, there's a good chance that this is not even close to good enough, you know? Well, we could also draw that, I guess. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, that kind of fixes the problem, huh? It does, in fact, fix the problem. And before they just draw another Archer.
Bruh.
Well, shit. That was not supposed to happen. I have to Thalia, right? Yeah, we have to Thalia this turn. I think we're still going to lose this game. Unless we can rip a Fatal Push. It's a really good draw step. I mean, I can't complain. I drew the second Thoughtseize. So, one good draw deserves another. Really have to draw Fatal Push now. What are you doing over there? Alright, I cast Ethereal Armor. I mean, they just get the black aura, right? I can't win this game. Assuming they get the black aura, I think I have no outs. What's the name? I forget the name of that card. You know the one they play. I'm sure somebody in chat's gonna know it. I'm sure Cathal will know it. Perhaps my editor will put it on screen. Yes, Kaya's Ghost Form. That's the one. They have gotten Audacity. Do they not play Ghost Form? They're attacking? I mean, I guess they're just gonna kill me next turn, right? I guess the attack makes sense. Push, push, push. No. Okay, so they have Audacity in hand. I mean, I don't really have a choice, right? I just attack with my creatures. Not that I think I have an out this game, but I'm gonna attack. They can't get a second armor. You can't get an aura off of Light Paws that you already have. You have to get a different one. I don't think there's a one-mana... Is there a one-mana lifelink aura? I don't think there is. Alright, you know the rules. Stream, playlist, switch when that song plays again. What makes the art for this Godless Shrine make sense? It's just a room. I mean, isn't that what a shrine is? A shrine is technically a room, is it not? Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they won't know. Spirit Link is not legal. Yeah, they're just going to get the flying aura. They just cast Audacity, get Griff Spoon, kill me. It's going to take them a while to do it, but... Okay, yeah, it's fine. Do they see the line? They do. Alright, you win. I have died. A couple of rough matchups towards the end there. Started off 3-0, but both the Amalia matchup and the Boggles matchup seemed a little difficult. As far as the Black Splash is concerned, I do think that I kind of like the Black Splash. Dire Tactics, powerful card. Bloodsoak Champion, good. Having access to Fatal Push and Thoughtseize, good. And Dusk Shadow, good against Amalia. So I do like all the black cards. I would kind of like to just maybe trim the Giant Killer for a third Recruitment Officer. And the main deck Trespasser is kind of sus, and I'd probably just max out on Recruitment Officers. But other than that, everything else felt pretty good. I like the main deck Priests, good against Vampires, good against Amalia, and the Interrupters are kind of weird in the sideboard. I could maybe take or leave those. But yeah, everything else felt pretty good. So if you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. Please let me know what you thought down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube.